So I'll try to get this through. I'm not sure where I stopped with the story. So where did I stop? Maybe I could just begin when she entered the conversation, because I'm not sure if I guess I could begin when, yeah, I could just begin when she said that, can something along the lines how of when she said something about how good the conversation was, and she shared also a little bit of how she encountered, because she recently just broke up with her girlfriend, how her girlfriend is more like the person we described, or we were currently mentioning how this person just have an off button in the mind, where he can just not think about anything at all. So I asked, how about you? Can you stop your mind from thinking? And she said no, it's also impossible for her to do that. And she elaborated on it more, and eventually she moved to our table. And I'm not really sure if I should tell the stories she shared with us, or should I just go straight to the point, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna violate something in my conscience. How about you? What feels right? What feels right to you about this specific scenario? I, of course, context is always relevant for further understanding about what really this is about, but I guess I can, because I had the chance to to reflect on her stories while I was lining on I was in the line to go to the toilet, because she's very open. She's a very open person, and when she joined the conversation, I really didn't feel the need to share my own perspective or experiences. I kind of just listened to what she's already saying, not kind of, really, and I just listened to what she's saying and also what my friend is contributing, and for some reason I feel like that's enough, that there are two people speaking, and I didn't feel the need to add. But I asked questions, several questions, and those questions brought out more to the story, or those questions. Yeah, I basically asked questions like how I ask you even if you're not here. And I'm also glad that she's very open and she didn't find this intrusive at all. She's willing, very willing to just share things. And when I was in the toilet, I was not in the toilet. Maybe even in the toilet. I don't know. I forgot specifically when. But when I was not in the conversation proper, I was lying in the toilet, or maybe I was even thinking about something while I was washing my hands. I got the chance to reflect on the things that she said. Or she shared. Because she shared about she's in the creative industry and her friends are also from the creative industry. And she has autism. I feel like I'm violating something just by speaking about this, but she's very open about it, the autism part and being part of the LGBTQ plus. She's very open about it because it's even on her Instagram bio, so I guess I'm not violating something with regards to this. And I forgot which road I'm taking. Yeah, I forgot which road I'm taking. I guess I'll just backtrack to the reflections and tell you about how that made me reflect on my own sort of things that I have previously thought about even before I met her. Because at some point in my life, I also have this dream of meeting people who are like me, who think like me, who have this sort of strange view of the world, or who exist in very different ways but similar to how I exist. And now that she spoke about it, that all her friends are in the creative industry and even her previous romantic relationship partner is basically the same when it comes to the sexuality and, of course, the sexuality and the mental illness. It's the same, just different variants. Is it called variants or branches? Something like that. And now that I think about it, because I haven't really thought about it for such a long time, this kind of, I used to dream about being surrounded by people who are more or less similar than me. I now think about it as a person who has more years on earth. I feel like I would not prefer that anymore, because I'm already me. I think the way I think. I have my own things. It would be interesting to meet other people who think differently or who exist differently than I am. Because it's they will give me some kind of an opportunity to exist how they exist, because I already know how I exist. I am already inhabiting my own mind and body, so I know already, more or less. I'm sure there is still a lot of things that are left undiscovered, but more or less I kind of if I surround myself with people who are very similar to me, I think for me personally, of course, she's a different person. She has her own ways of how she grows. For me, at least, the way I work, if I surround myself with the same people who don't really disagree with me or who offer very have ways of thinking that will cause some friction with mine, I think I will become stagnant, or I will just become less open with the way other people are existing currently, or have less tolerance, I guess. How about you? Do you have a friend group, by the way? Do you have a friend group? And is it like you're similar or very different people just happen to like each other? How is it? How is it with because now my friend and I are actually talking about this also. And we are talking about how the masks, social masks at least. And I argued that, well, it's because she said that in some friendships you play a mask or you wear a mask. And I posed an argument on this because this is something that I was also thinking about, because I'm also worried about, am I also wearing masks? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But I'm sure about one thing, that I don't always do that. If the mask really exists, even I also like to argue, because there's this one person who are so absolute with the existence of the mask. And you know me, I don't like absolute ideas. I like always arguing. Really, do social masks exist? Or is it just more like you're a house? For example, I'm a house. You know, it's not the same as it was. Harry's house chart. Yeah, let's borrow Harry Styles' analogy on this. For example, I'm a house. And I am still a house even if only one window is open. So if only one window is open, am I wearing a mask? What do you think? And that's similar to how I explained to her the my argument on the how there is a possibility that the mask does not exist. I posed this situation that, for example, person A, person B, we get two different people from that think in two different ways that are opposite of each other, and they share point of view, they build something in between. And the next thing that I told to her, for example, I had a coffee I had a coffee while I was talking about this, so the nearest example was a coffee. So for example, I have the coffee and this person has the milk. So we mix them together, we make a latte. But if I was offering, for example, cacao, then we have a different mix. Does it mean that we're wearing a mask, or do we just offer different things? It doesn't mean that the cacao is the only thing that we have. We still have an array of things that are on our kitchen shelves or on the fridge. It's just that the cacao is the most logical thing to give for what to give to what they're giving currently. Do you get what I mean? And also, let's say that the mask exists. My idea on that is that it only becomes more, it only gains its physical form or existence even if only one person adjusts, because this person is adjusting to this, but this at all is so sturdy on her or his or theirs standpoint that she's not willing or they're not willing to hear this at all. But then this person values the relationship that they've built, so this person now builds an entire sort of personality that this person agrees with. So maybe that's when the masks exist, maybe. But if this is both adjusting to each other, I don't think masks will have the chance or the soil to exist. It's just two people contributing different things and creating some mixture together that if they walk away from this conversation and interact with other people, they may create different things again, because that's a different person. That's not the same person they're interacting with, and they have a little bit of this mixture with them when they walk out from each other, and they take that with them to their next social interaction if they want, or if not, it just remains there. So what's your view on this, the social mask? Is it do you think it's real? Do you think it's real?